Yeah, that green check mark on that, no, that pretty much confirms that the broker is good. Hey y'all, this is Destiny. Welcome back to another video. No, if you was just listening to that conversation, that is not true. That green check mark does not mean that that broker will pay you. Okay? Unless you know, if you didn't check, you could get scammed by a broker. Have you been scammed by a broker? A lot of the times I hear people say this over and over again. Destiny, yes, that green check mark does say that, does mean that I could get paid. No, that green check mark on that just means that Triumph, which is through that, will pay you directly. That does not mean that your factoring company will pay you. Let me tell you, if you do not check broker's credit, then you could end up not getting paid your money. A lot of the times people say, well, I don't want to use a factoring company. And that's okay. If you don't want to use the factoring company, I'm going to tell you that you need to make sure that you're checking the FMCSA, making sure that they have a bond and they have current insurance. You could go to Safer Company Snapshot. Safer, SAFER, Company Snapshot, to make sure that they have a bond in place and they have insurance. If they've been reactivating their insurance and all of those different things and losing their insurance, no, don't even use them. You can also, a cool thing on that is that you can read the reviews from other people that maybe they have on there, and you can read them to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. I love my factoring company. I use Bobtail. I love them because typically, if I want to use a broker, I literally just text the MC number of the broker right to their line and pretty much tell me in seconds if they're approved. I like that. I like that, and I've been using that for about 3 years or going on 4, and I never really had any issues with that. But one of the things I like about Bobtail is that I am able to check the broker's credit. I don't have to call and ask the factoring company, hey, do you want to work with XYZ, or can you work with XYZ? Or I don't have to log on to a website and check the broker's credit. I don't have to do none of that. But if you do not want to get scammed out of your money, then you need to make sure that you are using a factoring company. Another thing I like about Bobtail is that Bobtail has no contracts, is month to month, is pretty simple. Use no credit checks, none of that. So pretty much they do make sure you're a good candidate for them, but it's pretty simple. Like, you don't have to go in through the whole big ordeal like most factoring companies. You know, if you sign a contract, then you have to be with them for years at a time. That's not so with Bobtail. I really enjoy them, and I want to make sure that I don't get scammed out of my money, and I want to make sure that you don't get scammed out of yours. Do not depend on that to pretty much prove to you who's going to pay you. Make sure that you're aware of who you can work with and who you cannot work with. If you do not know how, just please make sure you do these steps. 1, when you decide to work with a broker, if you do not have a factoring company, I want you to type that MC number right into Google. They should come up. The second thing you should do is you want to go to Safer Company Snapshot, and you want to make sure they have a bond and insurance. The third thing you're going to do is go to that or any source that you're using or Truck Stop, and you're going to read the reviews on that company. If you see bad reviews, don't work with them. Then you want to scope them out. Look at when you call on the phone with them, make sure you listening to them. If you feel a little leery, please don't use them. But this is a lot. When I'm working with a company, I just pretty much type them into the factoring company system. The reason why I like this is because it's protection for me. Because that factoring company has 100 plus 100 plus 100 of customers that they factor invoice on a day-to-day basis. And if they having someone not pay them, then they're going to pretty much not allow me to be in a situation where I'm not paid. Okay, so make sure that if you're not using a factoring company, please make sure that you're doing your research on anybody that you want to do business with, and please get quick pay. But again, they already have all your information to give you quick pay. So you need to make sure that you're looking them up, you're doing your research to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. Again, this is Destiny with another video.